Hello everyone, my name is Kenmei and welcome to Project Resplendent, a series of videos where I give early units in Fire Emblem Heroes a Resplendent treatment based on your suggestions, so feel free to leave a few suggestions in the comments. Today we're coming back in the series for 2022 with a character that needs a bit of more of love, and this is Seliph from Genealogy of the Holy War. So I don't know if this is something that a lot of people want, but I think a few of us would really like a fairy resplendent. And actually, okay, disclaimer. Someone already did a fantastic Resplendent Seliph take. Their name on Twitter is Emblem. And let me tell you, I think this is what IS should go for male units with the fairy resplendent aesthetic. But I still took the suggestion and I'm still going to take on the challenge. So I'll try. I think there are a few things I kept from Jim Bly's take on Seliph, but I tried a few more things. And basically, if you see any resemblance with Resplendent Lucina, there are some reasons. They do share a color scheme, and I think this was a nice way to have a solid take on Seliph. And pink doesn't kill anyone, especially not good boys. Going in, I must add that even though Seliph is we've gotten to like him a lot. The thing is, I didn't have any idea for any pose or something that would reflect their character, because I don't know a lot about Seliph's character aside from being a good boy. Basically, good boy posture. How does that look? So one thing I must add while I'm working on a few details there is in the future I'd like to have some attack and damage art for Fey Resplendent videos, but for now we're going to stick with simply at least the base art. We're starting with something already different from Jim Bly's take. I did keep Freyr's shoulder pads that would mirror best Seliph's shoulder pads, but going with something more similar to Mirabilis' capes. Also giving his headband, the Peony's headband aesthetic. I could have added a flower or two. I could have. Poor Seliph, he doesn't have the right to get flowers. I honestly should have, but it will be a bit more subtle, I guess. It wasn't that hard to work with the design. There was a few things that would work pretty well, but now that I think of it, if they're not making Seliph an Askr Resplendent, I'll be pretty surprised. But Kenmei, right now why are you undermining your work? Because I make bad decisions. So I went for butterfly wings around the waist, just like Mirabilis, just to give a bit more weight to the waist area, because otherwise it would have just been something similar to Freyr. And even though I think a loose outfit would work for Seliph, I think trying to match the shape of the original Seliph wasn't a bad idea. Going for the gloves, I actually took inspiration from Peony, and later when we're going to put some colors in that, it's going to look like seashells. So, yes, mermaid realm when. So yeah, very loose sleeves that fit into the glove, something that resembles slightly Seliph's original design, and the symmetrical design of Freyr's outfit, just going down to the middle of the thigh to mimic the aesthetic, but stay somewhat close to our dear Seliph there. Only thing, I'm going to go back to the pose for a little bit, but something pretty interesting, I guess, some kind of trivia, is you rarely see weapons. The weapons that are used are on units in the normal art. Usually, if there is a weapon in the original art, it is like in Raven case, just a secondary weapon that is not the primary weapon. But lords usually have their weapons, and the legendary units usually have their weapons. So neat trivia. Oh, and also seasonals. But it's also because seasonal units have the best or the worst kind of weapons? The most random should be the word, I guess. So going for a flowy hair just to make sure that we could see Seliph's ponytail. A bit cheap, but why not give a little breeze to our dear Seliph? So we can already look at the shape of the wings behind. The pattern is going to be horrible. I apologize in advance. For the boots, I actually went with something similar to Lucina and just tried to make it similar, I guess, to Seliph's cuts. But the lines is almost finished, and dear God, we're going to go for the colors, and I think I'm going to speed that up, but choosing colors was pretty hard because basically we do not have a lot of blue and pink, blue and red characters that has been given the light fairy aesthetic. And the thing is, blue, like darker blue and red, isn't really the color pattern of fairies. It's I think I understand why they went this way with Lucina's design. Pink and cyan really works well, so this is why I went on this path. But let me tell you, the interior of the cape was hard to manage. It was pretty hard because I'm going to be a bit more into details about artistic thinking, but there is usually a balance to find between simply copying others' works and finding a new balance that would still work. This is usually pretty hard, let's be honest, because when someone already has done the work, you can see how things pans out, you can see how it will work, so you don't have to think, you don't have to tweak, you don't have to search that long for the right balance. But Kenmei is a bit silly and wanted to find things by her own. So congrats, but also why are you giving yourself so much pain? So I switched between a lot of colors, first going for majorly blue wings with pink highlights, but in the end I thought it was too reminiscent of Lucina, and so I tried a bit more with going a bit on the reddish side, just to make a bit more contrast between the blue that Seliph had. Otherwise it would have been just too much blue, I think. And in the end, I don't know if that would work for Resplendent, but I think it's always nicer. We're not going to tackle that much the shading part. I guess I'm just going more loosely, more like painting, and my God, I want this to be over quickly. But I've had a few. I did make a few experiments since last time with Jotunheim and Nephany, and so this should look a bit better. A bit messier, but hopefully a bit better. So going forward, I really hope I can manage this sweet spot of sketchy but good enough. Like I know I'm supposed to be talking about my own art, but Rika Suzuki did an amazing job on Resplendent Ishtar, and when you look at a few sketches they did about Resplendent Ishtar, not the official art, but a few sketches, I think this is the kind of sketch quality that would be perfect. But yeah, I'm rambling while the footage is going on. But I think this should be all for today. The shading part was excruciating long. Way too long for what it should have been. So I think I'm going to end it up here. Next video, I hope I will be able to make a summoning video for the next mythic hero, day 1. Otherwise, you'll have to wait a bit. And most likely, we should also have the Fate channel for the 5th year anniversary. Dear God, it's already been more than a week. Dear God, how time flies. Video-wise for the Project Resplendent, next one is actually going to be Soren. So, well, you know, unless they actually give us Soren beforehand, I still hope it won't happen. Like making a full art and actually discovering the day I intend to publish that hey, Insys basically got you covered, girl. My work. So yeah, be on the lookout for all of that. And until next time, be good to each other. I think we all need some kind of compassion or some kind of not trying to go for the throat of each other. So a bit of kindness, a lot of courage, and I guess a lot of time to take care of yourselves. So until next time, everyone, take good care of yourselves. Bye-bye!